What up, YouTube? It's your boy Sim the Goat 5, man. Back with a new one, you know what I'm saying? Um, Gotta get into it today. We gotta get into a new one on this Friday. You feel me? So let's get on into it, man. Kamala Harris speaks on Donald Trump's remarks about her and everything. So we're gonna get on into that and see what's going on with this scenario. So let's get on into it, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Malone TV News, man. It's your boy Sam the Go 5, man. Let's go. Yes.
So we are in the closing days of this campaign, and Donald Trump and I have been presenting our closing arguments to the American people. As you've heard me say many times, my pledge to the American people is to pursue common sense solutions, to listen to those, even those who disagree with me, to listen to experts, and to be a president for all Americans. Donald Trump's closing argument is very different. He pits Americans against one another. He spends full time having Americans point their fingers at one another. And he spends a considerable amount of time plotting his revenge on his political opponents. As of last night, just to add more, he has indicated that the person who would be in charge of health care for the American people is someone who has routinely promoted junk science and crazy theories, who once expressed support for a national abortion ban, and who is the exact last person in America who should be setting health care policy for America's families and children. And then, even worse, he has increased his violent rhetoric, Donald Trump has, about political opponents, and in great detail, suggested rifles should be trained on former Representative Liz Cheney. This must be disqualifying. Anyone in the United States who uses that kind of violent rhetoric is clearly disqualified and unqualified to be president. Representative Cheney is a true patriot who has shown extraordinary courage in putting country above party. Trump is increasingly, however, someone who considers his political opponents the enemy, is permanently out for revenge, and is increasingly unstable and unhinged. His enemies list has grown longer, his rhetoric has grown more extreme, and he is even less focused than before on the needs and the concerns and the challenges facing the American people. I have also thought a lot about what this means in terms of our standing in the world. As Vice President, I have represented the United States of America around the world. And what I know is that when we walk in those rooms representing the United States of America, we have the earned and self-appointed authority to then talk about the importance of democracy, the importance of rule of law. And as a result, people around the world who are fighting for freedom and opportunity hold us up as a model. America deserves better than what Donald Trump is offering. America deserves a president who understands our role and responsibility to our people and to the rest of the world to be a model. So I'll end with this. Voters are making their decisions. Many have voted, but there are still those who are making a decision about who they'll vote for. And what I offer is I ask folks to, among the many issues before you, just consider who's going to be sitting in the Oval Office on January 20th. Either you're going to have Donald Trump there, who will be stewing over his enemies list, or I will be there working hard on your behalf on my to-do list. That is the choice among many that is at stake in this election, and I would be proud to earn the vote of the American people, and I do intend to win. With that, I'll take any questions.
Here, AP. President, have you had a chance to talk to Liz Cheney? And then secondly, are you concerned about her general security? And considering the situation and how tense things are, do you think that the government or the administration in some form needs to provide her with security in this situation?
So I've not talked to her since this comment was made, but I will tell you, I know Liz Cheney well enough to know that she is tough. She is incredibly courageous and has shown herself to be a true patriot at a very difficult time in our country, where, to your point, we see this kind of rhetoric that is violent in nature, where we see this kind of spirit coming from Donald Trump that is so laden with the desire for revenge and retribution. And Liz Cheney is a tough person. She is an incredible American, and I have an incredible amount of respect for her. I think that Liz Cheney is courageous, and that we will always make sure that we are all fighting against and speaking out against any form of political violence.
You spoke about early voting. What is your assessment? What is the data that you're seeing across the battleground?
I'm seeing the folks who are showing up at the various places where we are inviting people to come and talk with us, and where we are talking about the issues at stake. And I'm seeing an incredible amount of enthusiasm from people of every walk of life, every generation, from first-time voters to folks who are seniors and have a lot at stake on issues like Social Security and Medicare. And what I am enjoying about this moment most is that, in spite of how my opponent spends full time trying to divide the American people, what I am seeing is people coming together under one roof who seemingly have nothing in common and know they have everything in common. And I think that is in the best interest of the strength of our nation.
By a lot more women showing up in Pennsylvania, a lot of Democratic women, first-time voters.
Women, men, folks of every background are showing up.
President, you've had quite a lot of interruptions during your speeches recently, a lot of pro-Gaza protesters, and you certainly have spoken about democracy and responding to them, but do you think that you need to say a little bit more about the Mideast conflict, or about what you would do to try to satisfy them? And are you concerned at all about how you'll do in college towns and Michigan in particular with them? President Trump today is going to Dearborn, is going to a Palestinian restaurant. This is the second kind of Arab American restaurant he's gone to. He seems to be really trying to make a play for a group that would traditionally be pretty Democratic. Do you think you've done enough to reach these voters?
Well, I'm very proud to have a significant amount of support from the Arab American community, both because of my position about
what she basically saying, man, is pretty much Is she once she get in office, she gonna show and tell rather than you know let him continue to destroy her character. Basically, what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? She don't want her character to be destroyed. I mean, that's the whole thing with politics. Feel me? Like it always gonna be like that. You know, when it comes down to it. You know, that's just the way it is. So if you hadn't got your energy drink, man, on the screen right here, you can see the Rogue Energy drinks. You know what I'm saying? Um, you can go ahead and put your order in for one of these, man. Get you one of these quart container, big old containers for at a discounted price by using Malone TV Road by using Malone TV QR code that's right here on the screen. You know what I'm saying? So if you hadn't got your Rogue Energy drink, man, and it's actually pretty good because I actually got some myself. You know what I'm saying? So hold on, I'm bringing the screen back up so you guys can see. I don't even think of it. Hold on. Now, here I go. So you see it right there. You can see it clear on the screen right there. The Rogue Energy drink. You know what I'm saying? By going in and using QR code Malone TV that's on the front of the screen right here. You feel me? Go ahead and get that. And also, man, if you hadn't got my autobiography, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Hustle Forward, Not Backward by yours truly, Charles Malone. I suggest you go ahead and try to go ahead and purchase one of these, man, at the low price of $9.99 on Amazon.com or Barnes and Noble. You feel me? You know, so if you ain't got one, it's already like a limited time, and it's getting closer to the holidays, so we're gonna probably go up on the prices on my autobiography. If you want to know anything about me, it's all right here in this book right here. You feel me? So we got a little description on the back of it as well. So go ahead and get you a copy of my book, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's one of my prize picks. Pretty much it's not one of the best things I've ever done in my whole entire life, I shall say. So hustle forward, not backward. Get y'all a copy of this book. That being said, we're gonna get back into it. This program.
About what we need to do in Gaza and in the region to end the war and bring the hostages home, and my commitment to a two-state solution. But all because within that community, there are many issues that challenge folks and that they want to hear about, including what we're going to do to make housing affordable, what we're going to do to bring down the cost of groceries, what we're going to do to invest in small businesses. I have a plan for all of those things, and that is something that resonates within that community and with all Americans.
They want to show the administration that what they did, that the policy and the support for Israel is wrong, and are going to make a statement that they don't care if it makes Trump the president. What would you tell them?
So there's a real contrast in this race when you look at who stands for democracy and democratic principles and who does not. Donald Trump is talking about an enemies list. He is talking about using the American military to turn on American citizens. He talks in a way that suggests that there should be retribution and severe consequences just because people disagree with him. My point is very clear. I believe in our democracy. Democracies are complicated in a wonderful way because we like debate. We accept and receive differences of opinion, and we work them out. One of the reasons I am going to have a Republican in my cabinet is because I want different views. I enjoy and benefit from diverse views, from different perspectives, that allow me then to make the best decisions I can make. That's a big difference between me and Donald Trump. And that's the big difference between someone who truly is a leader and someone who is in it for themselves and wants unchecked power. Okay, thank you all.
So everybody have their own agenda on, you know what I'm saying, who you should vote for, this and that and the third. But at the end of the day, you know, it's your choice, pretty much. Can't nobody tell you who to vote for. You dig what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody. It's your choice. Period. Point blank. No matter what. Can't nobody just sit there. You ain't gotta go by what everybody tell you to do. You know, like I'm my own man. If I want to vote for this person, I'm gonna vote for this person. If I don't want to vote for this person, I'm not gonna vote for. That's just me in general as a man. You feel me? Like, no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do what my choice allow me to do. That's my choice. You know, if my choice say vote for this person, that's the person I'm gonna vote for. Other than that, I'm not. Everybody is grown. They do, you know, what they choice like. They do what they choice. Let me say this how I'm gonna word it. You choose who you want, who you think when you got your mind made up, and once you got your mind made up on who you want to choose to vote for and who you think is the best option and the candidacy, that's the person you should vote for. You know, I'm not gonna be one of them type of people to tell so go out here and tell anybody until this person say, hey man, you go vote for this person, you go, you know what I'm saying, go vote for this person got this person, don't do this, don't do that. You know, I'm just speaking on it in general because, you know, I'm just saying, typically, you know, it's your choice. All you got to do is just vote. I mean, it's that simple. You know, if you feel you don't want to vote, you don't have to vote. I'm not the type of person that sit here and got doing down somebody because they don't want to vote. That's their choice. Things have changed nowadays. Like, it, you know, politics is all that stuff is intertwined. Basically, it's all together. It's like a full circle. Basically, you know. And at the end of the day, it's all gonna come right back around in full circle. Like if you voted for this, say if I voted for this person and they don't end up being the president of the United States, and the other person end up doing it, and that person don't end up doing not nothing for the country. You feel me? Like then what you feel? Then you gonna feel like you lost. You gonna feel like, hey, man, I should have never voted for that person because they ain't doing nothing. They not helping out the economy any type of way. They fed you all that bull crap and then do not one darn thing to help the economy. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. So you got to look at it at a perspective where to the point where you know who you want to vote for in this candidacy. You know, look at. I had somebody tell me, yeah, you got to think about your grandkids and all this and that and that. I am thinking about all that. I took all that into consideration. You got to think about all of that. But at the end of the day, you still got to understand my point of view. These people have a job to do. That is their job. They trying to be in office so they really don't even control stuff. Congress controls everything. They don't. The president don't control a damn thing. They just a chief of staff, basically. you know. That's why I want to, explain it. I had to explain that because I had to explain the other day to somebody. Like when they asked me, like, why are you voting? Why is it so important for you to vote? And then you know what? I said I did my due diligence. I actually went back 10, 15, 20 years and started getting into the politics to the point where I pretty much started learning a lot about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've learned a lot since I've been, you know what I'm saying, I had grown to be older, you know. We started to get more streams, man, more live streams. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Make sure you share the live. Go tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, man. You know what I'm saying? Your boy, Malone, it's Malone TV News. It's your boy Sim, the GOAT, man. We in this thing. This is what we do. It's your boy Sim, the GOAT, man. I catch y'all on the next one. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have a great weekend. We out. Deuces, Malone TV News. Deuces.